Hey, do you have one of those calendars that has a to-do list? Lets you sort of reflect on some of the things that you've done. I do. I have one that has a little to-do list with some personal growth quotes sort of down in the corner. And it's a daily reminder that sort of gives me a clear picture to help me to do the right thing every day. I must make time to self-reflect and then convince myself to keep moving forward. Of course, I try to ask the right questions, and then doing this will help me set some personal growth goals each month. Heck, as I look back and reflect, some of those weeks I was so busy it makes me consider that I may be a journalist, writing all this stuff down. And then there's other weeks that I just seem like a doubting Thomas. You know that story, unless I see it happening in front of me or touch it, it just isn't really happening. So what should a person do who is doubtful? Reflection. Hey guys, reflection thinking will help you change your life for the better. Do you know we have 168 hours in a week? Do you do self-reflection exercise during that time? Hey guys, I'm Mark Height. Welcome to Hit the Mark today. Please do me a favor real quick, and if you could hit the like, subscribe, and the share button for me, I'd really appreciate it. And if you enjoy listening to these Hit the Mark Today videos, do me a favor, there's a little icon bell below. Just click on that, and what that does is that just gives you an update on new videos that are going to be released. You see, positively impacting people every day, sharing the message of hope is my goal for this group, and I want to thank you in advance for joining me on this journey. I believe that growth and improvement cannot happen without hope. Remember, hope provides energy and brings relief based on the conviction that things will improve, even in the depths of crisis where there seems to be no light at the end of the tunnel. In one of those right now, aren't we? Hey, don't forget, your comments are always welcome, and I encourage you to leave some comments below, and I appreciate it also you sharing your wisdom and your hope messages with our group on ways that you hit the mark today. Okay, so let's get back to this reflective definition topic. We know that the digital age that we live in has some great advantages. Through emails, text messages, and tweets, we can communicate very quickly. The disadvantage is that it doesn't really cultivate in us the desire to think about things deeply. You see, you can't microwave personal growth. It requires a crock pot, one of those long, slow cookers. Is personal growth happening in your life? So here's a few suggestions for you that I think will help you with the reflection meaning. So by taking time to reflect, number one, you gain confidence in decision making. Have you ever made a snap decision and later wondered if you did the right thing? I know I have. You see, reflective thinking can help you to diffuse that doubt. It also gives you confidence for the next decision. And then once you've reflected on an issue, you don't have to repeat every step of the thinking process when you're faced with that again. You sort of got the mental road markers from having been there before. All right, number two, you clarify the big picture. Reflective thinking encourages us to go back and spend time pondering, which just means thinking about what we have done and what we have seen. To keep from making the same mistakes over and over again, you really have to stop and examine the process that led to it. In other words, reflection helps you see the big picture. Number 3, you take a good experience and make it a valuable experience. Now, I'm sure you have heard them say, we learn by experience, but that's not right. No, we don't. We learn from evaluated experience. And experience becomes valuable when it informs and equips us. Hey guys, I got a couple of bonus things that I want to share with you too. These are just suggestions for you. If your goal is personal growth, then you must take time for reflective thinking. You have to remove yourself from distractions. Listen here, guys. Reflection and distraction don't mix. Don't forget that. You see, reflection requires solitude or quiet or being by yourself. It's not the kind of thing you can do well near a TV while the phone's ringing or with children in the same room playing. But you say, hold on, Mark, I don't have time to spend in reflecting. Well, if you remember what I said earlier, we all have 168 hours each week. If you can spend just one of them reflecting, you'll be amazed how your life will be enriched. And you don't have to do it all at one time. Break it up a little bit. You must also regularly review your calendar, or if you journal, review your journal. You see, most people use their calendar as a planning tool, which it is, but few use it as a reflective thinking tool. What could be better, however, for helping you to review where you have been and what you have done, except maybe a journal? So those additional things remind you how you spent your time. They also show whether your activities match with your priorities. They help you see whether you are making progress. You got to move forward and grow, my friends. They also offer you an opportunity to recall activities you might not have had the time to reflect on previously. Some of the most valuable thoughts may have been lost because you didn't give yourself the reflection time you needed. And boy, as you get older, does that become more difficult. Okay, here we go. You ready? Ask the right questions. Am I growing personally and in my walk with God? Am I strengthening my relationships with people who matter in my life? Aim. Am I using the gifts and sharpening the skills that God gave me? Fire. Reflecting on such questions can change your life for the better. So take time to reflect, my friends, and then go hit the mark today.